What's up, everybody? Upfront Tony here from Upfront MMA. Welcome back to the show. Today is November 23rd in the year 2025. And today's news is being brought to you by me reacting to Mr. MMA Zone. I like to use the different news guys on YouTube, react to their stuff, give it my twist. They do really good jobs of every day keeping you updated. So I would check them out, of course.
Zone.
Here
Today,
we go.
let's get started with what's next for Arman Tsarukyan.
What next?
UFC win.
All right, man. Arman and Ilya, I don't know what he's getting ready to say, but just looking at that photo, whew, Arman is going to be a problem for Ilya Taporia. He's just too good. He's got that wrestling thing. He's got the Islam thing. He's got the Makhachev thing. He's got the Khabib thing. And he's got it like they got it. It's not like a Umar version where it's in there if you need it. Well, actually, Umar is pretty relentless. Or like Belal, who knows how to do it, but just puts it on the back burner. He knows how to use it very, very well. And I watched the straight grappling match with him and Kamzat, and it was very competitive. So that we got 7 seconds in, and I've already
Taporia has repeatedly shot down the idea of fighting Arman Tsarukyan next. But
I bet.
UFC Qatar,
I bet he did.
Hard for
Now, see, that's what's so funny is another thing. Arman is goosed to the McGill juiced. He's goosed to the juices, McGillicuddy. My man is juiced to the gills. You heard me? He got them skin pops all over his stomach. You don't get built like that, natty, bro. You just don't get built like that, natty, bro. Don't happen that way.
for Ilya to ignore Arman. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel.
Help
Not
him
only did
support it.
Tsarukyan extend
Help him support us so we don't try to copyright me. He shouldn't because he's a cool guy.
his winning streak to 5, he pretty much dominated his way to
And reactions are absolutely legal by fair use. So don't mess with me in court. I'm a corporation with insurance and LLCs and seasoning and lawyers.
a submission win over Dan.
Morgan and Morgan.
Tsarukyan came out pressuring as expected and threatened with hard punches and
Yeah, that was just an embarrassing performance. As if anybody didn't know that was coming. Even Dan Hooker himself, he was joking about being the champion. If I was champion, I would do this and I'd blah, blah, blah. Man, you could tell just from his interviews, he knew he wasn't going to be the champion. He knew he never was. And now he said he knows he's never going to be champion. He's just going to torture everybody. Like, I don't know, fight them and ruin their dreams, he
in
says.
the last grappling exchange, Arman worked his way into an arm triangle choke, and that was the ending to
And again, when you talk about fakeness, the whole time Dan Hooker was like this, you're fine in this position because this carotid artery is not being squeezed off. He just went like, he took his own crap and put it into the dead zone where you're going to be choked out. I was like, come on, man. I mean, he was obviously going to lose anyway, but he was just like, I'm done, bro. Just get this choke.
Unsurprisingly, Tsarukyan wasted little time in his post-fight interview calling for a fight with Taporia and said he'd be good to go in January if needed. The big question, however, is will the UFC go that route? Hamzat came out in a backstage interview and said that Arman's performance was crazy, and he thinks that he deserves to fight for the title next.
I agree.
Performance was crazy like what accept.
He deserves it 100 million times more than Paddy Pimblett deserves it. But the money talks, baby. Believe me, the money talks.
It's gonna be finished, but I wanted to wait. So don't say that. I would try. I like we accept it, you know. So,
The fuck is he saying?
so he's not
I was like, eventually I'm gonna start pick up where he's coming from.
Why-
Yeah, it's action, and then kept the store. Turkeys frozen. Thanksgiving Day. I'm like, what?
believe
What?
This guy is one of the best in the world.
At least he's trying. I'll give him
He
that.
has to fight for them.
During the Qatar post-fight press
Other ones, they don't even give a shit. They're like, okay, and the other guy, yeah, he said he's tired.
conference, Arman said that Ilya should leave the title and give it to him so that he can fight everybody.
I
He
like
won't
that.
take any easy
Just give it to me.
Yeah, he said to give me Arman.
Yeah, I like that's a good one. UFC fighters should use that. He didn't even really use it. This is I'm adding on. I'm expunging him, expounding. I'm expunging him. Whoop, criminal behavior if you got your hat tilted to the side and you're always down to jack up for a ride. You might be gay related. With a green tongue. Play.
I'm gonna leave this title, so he should leave that title and give me anybody. I'm not gonna looking for easy fights. I can fight with anybody, and UFC knows I'm like open to anybody. And I don't know, he's trying to not call my name. He knows that the number one.
It's like you can have some cadence, some harmony, melody in your voice, a little sing-songy. I want to fight this guy in October. He is the guy I work with.
Arman also went on Twitter right after the
A-E-I-O-U-I
presser and called out Topuria again, while also showing respect to Dan.
Dan Hooker has balls. Is it really balls when he probably made $200K? You know what I'm saying? He knew he wasn't going to win.
He wrote, "Me versus Ilya is the best fight to make across any division. No more running, El Pato. Respect to Dan Hooker for taking the fight. He has bigger balls than champ of the division. From a meritocratic perspective,
come on, bro. Like his abdominals are. This does not happen, Natty. I'm telling you, this do not happen. I'm a certified bullshitter for sure, but I'm a certified sports fucking physical therapist, or I'm a trainer, all kind of crap. He's not Natty.
There's little argument that Arman
allegedly
does deserve this. After all, he was ranked number 1 heading into this weekend, and he'll be in that same spot on Monday. The fight that will sell a lot more tickets and draw more viewership, however, is a fight between Paddy Pimblett
and y'all heard that they bumped for no reason. Paddy Pimblett is not fought. But the last time the rankings came out, he went from like 9 or 8 to 5 now. Like, wait a minute. How he got moved up? So look for a Ilya Topuria Paddy Pimblett fight to go down. Probably, 1 second. Something will happen to Arman along the way. I don't know. I think this is what I think. I think that Islam and Ilya should fight, and Arman and Paddy should fight. Then we can talk about other stuff down the road for the UFC White House card or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you like to see Paddy Pimblett get beat up by an American guy, in the 250th year of our nation? That would be cool. Ready? Go. A Chandler rematch, but it'd have to be fixed.
hand sanitizer boy, Ilya Topuria. That's the fight Topuria has been calling for because of their history and style. And also because, once again, Ilya does not want to fight Arman due to the late withdrawal from UFC 311 back in January.
Now imagine, Ilya is even smaller than Arman. So you pretend this is a graph. Here's the graph going down. So Ilya is going to end up like right here in height. Here. This is similar to Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Whoa.
Arman saying he would have fought even if he...
If you didn't see that, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua face off, Jake Paul had to go like this. Look down, look middle, and look up into the sky in this motherfucker. I have a whole video on that, though. There's a reason.
He had a missing limb.
If you're a betting person, watch the video.
Is not coming off a victory over a top 10 ranked fighter. His win over Michael Chandler was memorable, but few would argue that the 39-year-old Chandler is at his peak anymore. Given Arman's performance on Saturday and his ranking, will
the way he's built,
really be willing to ghost
he's literally built like a G.I. Joe figure,
Following
action
his loss
figure.
at UFC Qatar, Dan Hooker released a video kind of making a joke of everything.
Dan,
of course. All he does is joke. Oh, this is the thing I was telling you about where he says,
well, you've got to face the cold hard truth, so you're probably never going to get hands on the title, but
probably.
I'm going to hang around as long as I possibly can.
And journeyman.
Many people hopes and dreams.
Just say that. Just say, I'm going to be a journeyman. Why not just say it, bro? If you're going to be funny, be fucking real funny.
As I can.
Self-deprecate
because
away.
If I can't have nice things, no one can. Cheers. Cheers to that.
What's next for
For sure, the Mac Life fellow is an alcoholic. No problem. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. You know, but every single time he's in a video, he's pounding beers. So, I don't know. God bless him.
Ian Machado Garry following UFC win? Ian Garry wasn't able to put away
That's an
Belal Muhammad
awkward,
in devastating fashion.
that is an awkward photo right there. That is awkward as shit. Like, what is this move? Was he doing a... Look like he's doing a ballet. Like, ya-da-da-da, ya-da.
But the Irishman did record a clear-cut win over the former welterweight champ, and in doing so, continued his climb up the rankings. From the start of the fight, Garry fought behind a steady stream of jabs and kicks, which bloodied Muhammad not long into the fight. There was also a scary "here we go again" moment early on, as Belal took an eye poke.
I only say ay Belal because he's one of my followers. You know what I'm saying? Not like I was preference. It's like ay Belal. What are you doing?
Mr. Canelo Hands Muhammad tried his best to hit Garry with big rights, and as the fight progressed, he turned to his wrestling often.
But it was
Garry's
too
wrestling
late.
Defense held up very well, and
because he waited until Garry was all. I remember as soon as Belal shot his first shot or tried to grab him, I was like, let me look at Ian Garry's skin, completely soaked in sweat.
He continued to best Belal in the striking exchanges. It was very impressive from Ian Garry, if we do say so. After 15 minutes, there was little doubt that Ian would be awarded the decision, and he was. So what's next? Well, in his post-fight interview, Garry called for...
By the way, that is one of the first bets that I've lost in a long
with
time.
The new welterweight king, Islam.
Speaking of bets, make sure to go to rainbet.com, my sponsor, and place bets there. Not only is it easy, fun, and you can do it anywhere on the earth if you have a VPN. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it in the USA without a VPN. But you can also have a full-blown casino right at your fingertips. Like, oh, I want to play slot machines for rare money while you're sitting at work. Or a little blackjack. Like, damn, let's go, kid. I'm in the bathroom at work. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't really work, but I would be. Well, I do work. It work. Work my asshole.
Incited his win over Belal
not
as
hard.
a reason why he deserves the shot. Then, in the post-fight press conference, Ian said that he's going to Georgia and is willing to pay anyone who can replicate Islam Makhachev's style. Because...
Okay, does everybody forget that we've got a interim champion out there for the welterweight division? Everybody just forgets that. They're like, I'm next. You got a whole other champion who's should be healed up around these times, or by the time Islam is ready to fight again, should be ready. Probably want to unify the title at some point. So I don't know what the hell Ian Garry's talking about, especially losing to Shavkat. I really wish that we would get to see more of Shavkat's sister, Sora Rachmanov. She's a cute little thing. She looks a little like she's from the mouth. She looks a little like Shavkat with longer hair. But she's a MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't bad. You know what I mean? Even ugly MMA fighters got usually generally decent body. Where am I going with this one? Either way, let's continue on with the video. Go.
Because he'll need all the help possible to take down the champion.
I'm coming to Georgia. I told all of you, I will come to Georgia because Georgia has phenomenal wrestling, phenomenal judo, phenomenal sambo. And when you are trying to prepare for someone like Islam Makhachev, I'm going to need that. So Georgia, I'm hollering to you guys. I'm going to need your help. So every southpaw wrestler, every guy that thinks he's going to be like Islam Makhachev, we need to find a place. I will see you there, and I will call for your help. I'll get your guys' number after this, and we'll make sure we sort this out, right?
Absolutely.
Networking after a win. That's what's smart. That's where the intelligence comes in here. I appreciate you guys. All my love to Georgia.
Then,
He really thinks he's Conor McGregor, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ian said that he's going to be training with Ilya while he is in Georgia, and they're going to stop the Russians and Dagestanis.
So, Ian Garry is potentially fighting Islam Makhachev. You know where I'm going with this? And Ilya Taporia is potentially fighting Islam Makhachev, who's potentially fighting Ian Garry. Do you see something that could be an issue? Sometimes the littler guy wins, bro. Sometimes it's an advantage.
Success. He thinks that training with them will help him shut down Islam's.
If Ilya Taporia defeats Islam Makhachev, he's the greatest fighter of all time. No question. Especially if it's at 170 pounds. He's got to do this. He's got to take that shot. I know in his mind he has to do this too. He has to. The UFC knows they got to make this happen. It's such a Dana White's and Sean Shelby and Hunter Campbell are in a real thing right here because they don't got a lot of good going for them, but the stuff that's good is real good. Very interesting dichotomy.
Takedowns and take his head clean off his shoulders.
I have already spoke to Ilya. I have already spoke to the guys at WoW. I would absolutely love to go back to Madrid, and I would love to look. Hey, when we speak about Georgia, Ilya, he can help me out a lot. You know what I mean? With my friends in Russia, or my friends in Georgia over here, we're going to stop the Russians from having their success. We're going to stop the Dagestanis from having that success, and we're going to shut him down, and we're going to take his head clean off his shoulders.
He's trying to be kind so hard. We're going to take his head clean off. We're going to stop the Dagestanis and the Russians.
Will the UFC go with Garry, though? He's not that long removed from a loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Yeah, bro.
While the undefeated Michael Morales is coming off a jaw-dropping stoppage of...
Another opinion. Michael Morales, I think he beats Islam, bro. I'm sorry. Too young, too strong, too athletic. At some point, strength does matter. Like, yeah, jiu-jitsu, strength doesn't matter. Believe me. Believe me, size, strength matters. I think Michael Morales finishes Islam Makhachev. I'll be 100% honest. 100% right now. Like, not even after a couple fights to get better. The guy's, he's got that big D energy. I didn't want to say it. Kind of like I got. You know what I'm saying? Big D energy, recognize other big D energy and
Sean
shit.
Brady. Further, Morales has been a wrecking machine and has finished his last 3 opponents. That's not been the case for Garry, who's gone the distance in his last 5 wins. Ultimately, it could depend on what Makhachev wants to do and whether the aforementioned
Please.
Ilya Taporia
Please. It ain't got nothing to do with what Islam Makhachev want to do, believe me.
Noting that after Makhachev ended Jack Della Maddalena's reign,
Islam went the easy path, bro. He like, yeah, I like Kamaru Usman. Yeah, let me get the old man. His knees is all busted up, please. Old champion, yeah. Legend. I'd be beating a legend. You know what I'm saying? Slick. Nah.
He relayed that he thinks Kamaru Usman is the most deserving of a title shot. Usman is currently ranked number...
Not the interim champion.
He recorded a decision victory over...
Could you imagine? There's another champion of your division. He's doing... I'm just realizing this as I'm reacting. Islam is, what's it called? Did I just rewind the whole thing? I sure did. What an idiot. There it is. Islam is trying to do with John Jones, bro. He's trying to fight Stipe Miocic in terms of Kamaru Usman. Wow.
The most deserving of a title shot. Usman is currently ranked number 8.
He's taking that right out of the John Jones playbook.
Joaquin Buckley to snap a 3-fight losing skid. And while we're on the topic of Ian Garry, Khamzat Chimaev,
yeah, a guy with 0-4. I'm sorry, 1-4 deserves a title shot.
Stage at UFC Qatar when he ran into both Arman Tsarukyan and Khamzat Chimaev. While the exchange seemed
a lot of balls in Garry to do this.
Khamzat isn't going to fight him, and he's good. Khamzat was staring him down like a wolf ready to go. After Ian approached Khamzat to see why he was being aggressive,
look, Ian Garry is so obviously egging this shit on. It's his camera person, probably his wife. She's fucking hot, by the way. That is a hot woman. She like 40-something years. She like close to my age. You know what I'm saying? But look like she like 25. You know what I'm saying? Them boobies look like they 24. Triple diesels. But either way, Ian Garry is setting this up right now, bro. It's so obvious. You know what I mean? He's lucky he didn't get jumped.
Hamzat snapped and shoved Ian. Here's the clip.
Look, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't grab somebody by their neck like that. I agree with Islam. I agree with Kamzat, who said later, don't do that shit. But now he's going back for more. Ready? Ready to go? Like, what does that mean? Ready to what? Now he looks like he's trying to get to him. Look at this shit. Kamzat's just doing, I'll be doing the same shit. Just stand. What is this clown doing? What's wrong?
Right after the altercation, Kamzat broke silence on it.
Yeah, I agree with Kamzat, bro.
Saying that Ian was aggressively slapping his back and not being respectful. He also said that he came over to him to try to create some hype and beat Conor McGregor.
Clearly.
He'll never be. Here's what Hamzat had to say.
Touch somebody, that's respectful. Don't punch somebody behind, like.
They punched you in the back?
Yeah, like they punching like.
Yeah, like what is that?
Has to respect. If you want to show respect, respectful.
Yeah, like gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Like clowns.
That's it. He came.
Clown with other clowns. You know what I'm saying? But people who show respect in a certain way probably expect it in return.
Ian Garry also addressed the altercation at his press conference. According to him, Hamzat took things out of hand, and all he was trying to do was congratulate Arman on his win, and asked Hamzat when we will see him fight again. He also mentioned at the end that
he
will get him one day, which is very interesting.
He could actually.
I went up to Tsarukyan.
Hold on.
I congratulated him.
Ian Garry could actually become the champion one day. Now, it would be via fix of some sort or a series of fixes. WWE type stuff, but he could be the champion one day, friends.
Took the cams out. I said, "Hey, champ, what's up? When are we going to see you back?" He goes,
So much so that it's going to be tough to not bet against him.
"I don't know, brother. Whenever, smash. All right, cool, sweet." Slaps me on the back. I'm like, "All right, cool." Security guy gets in front of us. I'm like, we literally were just cool with each other. He's not going to fight me. And then that childish energy comes out. Yeah, you, brother. You, boom. Tries to push me. I just turned around and went, "You're meant to be a champion of this sport. You're a child. You're taken away from your friend's win over here. How about you calm down, slow down, and have a bit of respect for your friend over here rather than trying to steal the headlines." Sorry, I'll get him one day.
While Ian Garry is a welterweight and Hamzat is the current middleweight champion, chances of them ever fighting in the octagon...
It's so clear what he's doing right here.
Hamzat doesn't seem to want to cut weight to move back down to welterweight, and Ian is on the rise to a welterweight title. So if the two of them are ever going to...
Kamzat was being nice right here. He's being gentleman right here. He's like, all right.
Taking legal action against Sky News. Conor McGregor's back in the news. And yes, once again, it's not because his next fight has been booked. In the aftermath of a highly publicized civil court case where he was found liable following an alleged incident in 2018, McGregor's team has been allowed to serve legal papers to Sky News for defamation.
I picture Conor just serving him himself. Conor's got the damn papers. He's like, mother. Walking right up to the front door of Sky News. Yeah, I need to see the editor.
According to reports, McGregor's attorneys claim that outside a courthouse on November 20th.
No! I hit the wrong button. Sorry,
everyone, and welcome back.
Don't worry, I can fast forward.
Today, let's get started with what's next for Arman Tsarukyan, where he was found liable following an alleged incident in 2018. McGregor's team has been allowed to serve legal papers to Sky News for defamation. According to reports, McGregor
for defecation
that outside a courthouse on November 22nd, 2024.
Yeah, they defecated me, man.
A news reporter allegedly called Conor a quote during a media scrum. The MMA Fighting Story states that, quote, Conor McGregor's lawyers stated that the reporter allegedly approached McGregor and said, "Excuse me, Mr. McGregor, you are a have you any reaction or apology to the woman at the center of this?" News of the defamation claim comes not that long after McGregor's appeal of the aforementioned civil court case was denied. As far as McGregor's fighting career,
it looks terrible, bro.
Driving hard for a spot on the UFC's White House card next week.
Where are you throwing this fake
at? For Nick Diaz's safety following social media posts. Earlier this year, Nick Diaz's ex or current girlfriend, it depends on what you read, turned head.
pretty much if the sun rises, there should be concern for Nick Diaz's safety.
That's when she claimed that the Stockton superstar
Does the day end in Y?
had been forcibly taken to a rehabilitation facility in Mexico. Well, some folks are ringing the alarm once again, following more recent posts she's made about Diaz. Here's the latest post she made, spiking concerns about Nick. Nick Diaz is a U.S. citizen. The U.S. is his home country, and he already has all the rights and protections that come with U.S. citizenship. Citizenship is the ultimate protection. As a U.S. citizen, he has a right to...
See, I'm already done reading this. I hate slow readers.
The U.S. government has a responsibility to protect its citizens.
Wasting my time. I'm like,
fleeing his home country. He's a citizen
I'm very well
who has
educated.
been the victim of a crime committed on U.S. soil and is currently being held against his will in a foreign country for the last 12 months. If
he just trying to get away from you, honey. Believe me.
anyone has any resources to help Nick and I, please reach out. The concerning posts don't end there, as she also posted the following transcript of a voicemail. Hey, sweetie Nick, I'm just trying to get a hold of you. I just felt I'll try to act later, see if I can get you the answer. Talk to you soon. Just like earlier this year, it wasn't long before fans...
She
were
posted it
responding
with
online.
and
Some of
shit.
the
What
reactions.
a
What
weird
is going
person.
on? Last I saw, they basically kidnapped him and took him...
Hey, Jen, look, you're on
Maybe this is something we
you're
shouldn't
on
be
YouTube.
Clearly, if there was an issue, his brother would be talking about it.
Oh,
Perhaps
Jen.
let this one go.
I like
He is
Jen.
uncomfortable to have public. Don't trust this woman at all. Her claims Nick is being held against his will goes directly against what Nate and their friend group is saying. And this chick is known to make Nick's problems worse. So people know. People close to Nick have spoken out against his girlfriend, claiming she has bad intentions. Obviously hard to tell 100% what's what, but the family clearly wants this drama to be kept private. Now, it should be noted that earlier this year, Diaz's longtime jiu-jitsu coach, Cesar Gracie, reported that Nick was doing fine and shot down any rumors of him being kidnapped.
Strike
At the
force.
time,
Ooh,
Gracie
boy.
responded with
That's
this via social media.
taking it
Nick
back.
is healthy and well, not cloned or kidnapped, has not joined MS-13, does not have a girlfriend, but is probably looking. So hopefully Diaz remains okay and free. The now 42-year-old fighter was scheduled to fight Vicente Luque last year, but also
I didn't want to see that fight, but I wanted to see that fight.
Ever fight again. After a 6-year hiatus from fighting, Nick
That
Diaz
fight was
returned to
sad.
Octagon in
That was
2021
sad,
for a
bro.
rematch with Robbie Lawler. But Diaz ultimately waved the fight off in round 3.
Sad, bro.
Tapudia goes off and releases footage of Arman Tsarukyan. As we reported earlier in the video that Arman Tsarukyan has been calling out Ilia Tapudia during his post-fight interviews following UFC Qatar. Well, this morning, Tapudia responded to Arman and shared footage of a run-in at Qatar. In the video, you can see Ilia Tapudia lightly slapping Arman. In the tweet, Ilia called out Arman
That's
for
Ilia?
not saying anything.
Oh,
to
the
his
bald-headed
face.
one.
Arman, every time we see each other in
Oh,
person,
what'd he do?
frees up like a scared duck with no idea what to do. You know I handle you however I
He
want.
kind of big
I
broed
whatever
him.
The UFC chooses, and remember, I slapped
I don't know, he
you,
slapped
and you
him. He
just
big
laughed.
broed him,
And
though.
You go around acting like a gangster, so keep going. You're on the right path.
Yeah, he big
Just a
broed
few
him.
levels below me, kid. Wow, what a response from Ilia. Well, it didn't take long for Arman to respond because he wrote the following on X. Bro, you touched my neck like we were taking a family photo, and now you're calling it a slap on.
Yeah, it was
The
kinda
difference between
friendly.
Your insecurities even clearer. I don't need to act tough for Twitter. My work is inside the cage. If you want to know what a real slap feels like, I'll
Yeah, he might have just got done eating some caviar, you know what I'm saying? Feeling good. You're like, I don't need no beef right now. Go ahead. You can touch my beard.
be happy to educate you. See you soon, El Pato.
Dang, dang, dang. Well, everybody, that was the end of today's news.